Have you ever had a dream so big it seemed impossible? For me, it was working in a luxury hotel in Dubai. But there was one huge obstacle. I didn't know English. I'd 6 months. That's all I gave myself to learn a new language and transform my life. This is the story of how I turned hard work, determination, and a love for hospitality into my dream job. And maybe, just maybe, it will inspire you to chase your own dreams. It all started when I was a teenager. My name is Daniel, popular name for a relatable character. I grew up in a small town where most people lived simple lives, but I was different. I wanted more. One day, I came across a travel documentary about Dubai. The city looked like something out of a dream. Skyscrapers touched the clouds, luxury cars zipped through the streets, and the hotels, oh, the hotels, were like palaces. That night, I couldn't sleep. My mind was racing with the possibilities. What if I could work in one of those hotels? What if I could live that life? But dreams are one thing, and reality is another. At the time, I was working at a small cafe in my town. I didn't have the money, connections, or skills to make it to Dubai. The biggest challenge? My English was terrible. I could barely put together a full sentence without stumbling. In the world of hospitality, especially in a global hub like Dubai, not knowing English was like trying to drive a car without fuel. Still, I couldn't let go of my dream. One evening, while cleaning tables at the cafe, I overheard a group of tourists talking. They were laughing, sharing stories about their travels, and planning their next adventure. I wanted to join the conversation so badly, but the words wouldn't come out. I felt stuck, frustrated, and embarrassed. That night, I made a promise to myself. No matter how hard it would be, I would learn English. Not just to speak with tourists, but to transform my life. I started with the basics. I downloaded free apps, watched YouTube videos, and practiced every day. My first goal was to learn 10 new words a day. In the beginning, it was awkward. I would stand in front of the mirror repeating sentences like, "How can I help you?" or "Welcome to our hotel." I felt silly, but I kept going. To practice speaking, I started chatting with tourists at the cafe. At first, I made mistakes, and they would smile politely, but over time, I got better. Learning a new language wasn't easy. There were days when I felt stuck, like I wasn't making progress. But every time I wanted to give up, I reminded myself of the Dubai skyline and those beautiful hotels. I also found a mentor, Mr. Ahmed, the owner of the cafe. He had worked in Dubai years ago and often shared stories about his time there. He became my biggest supporter, encouraging me to keep going even when I doubted myself. 6 months later, something incredible happened. One of the tourists I had helped at the cafe worked for a hotel chain. He noticed my enthusiasm and suggested I apply for an entry-level position. I couldn't believe it. With his recommendation, I secured an interview for a receptionist job at a hotel in Dubai. The interview was terrifying. It was over Zoom, and I was so nervous I thought my voice would crack. But I focused on what I had learned, answered their questions confidently, and showed them how passionate I was about hospitality. When I got the job offer, I was in disbelief. Moving to Dubai felt like stepping into a whole new world. The city was vibrant, fast-paced, and full of opportunities. My first day at the hotel was overwhelming. Everything was grand. The lobby, the uniforms, even the way the staff greeted each other. I had to pinch myself to believe it was real. As a receptionist, I met people from all over the world. Each guest taught me something new about communication, culture, and service. I also continued to work on my English. I joined a language class in Dubai, practiced with my colleagues, and started reading books to expand my vocabulary. A year later, I was promoted to a supervisor role. It felt surreal to stand in front of a team, leading meetings in English, a language I once struggled to speak. Isa. Every day, I walked through the lobby with pride, knowing that hard work had brought me here. Today, as I sit in my office overlooking the Dubai skyline, I'm filled with gratitude. The journey wasn't easy, but it was worth every challenge. Learning English didn't just help me land my dream job. It opened up a world of opportunities. Thank you for listening to my story. If I can do it, so can you. Learning English is the first step to achieving your dreams. Sassy, watch my playlist in the description to improve your listening skills and take the first step toward transforming your life. Like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories.